Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Gloomhaven. In the last episode we went to the Temple of the Elements and we didn't do amazingly well, but we did better than I expected. I reckon with a little bit of pre-planning we can definitely pull that off. We're going to have a city encounter and we're going to go back there with the same team and see if we can do a little bit better this time. So you are walking home late at night when you hear some suspicious sounds coming from a nearby garden. You move to investigate and a shadowy figure bolts in the opposite direction, carrying an armful of vegetables. Let's give chase. The figure, overburdened with vegetables, is no match for your speed. You quickly run him down and deliver him to the city guard. Thankfully, very little of the produce was damaged in the pursuit, and you were able to return it to the owner of the garden, +1 reputation. But isn't that lovely? That's going to help us move towards getting more of a discount on things in the future, or perhaps just give us a little bit more leeway for when we do shady things. Let's get underway and see what the road is going to give us. You see smoke on the horizon and catch the vague stench of burning flesh. You hasten your step to see what catastrophe lies ahead of you on the road. And after a few minutes you come upon a trade caravan ravaged by a pack of vermlings, with tracks in the mud any indication. Dead bodies and broken, upturned carts lie across the path, but you can also see a few survivors, wounded and bloody, on the ground. A woman limps across the road carrying pieces of wreckage. Ooh, do we really want money? Oh, this is a tough call. Right, let's help the survivors. You approach to help those still alive, but the woman in the road screams, gesturing at the vermling in your group. You try to calm her, but it's of no use. You abandon the cause. Alright, so we didn't really have a choice in that. But we didn't do the bad thing. So, you know, today we're being good. We've already had that dialogue, so let's skip past it. Take only long rests, we'll try for that. That would require burning a lot of cards at the end, but it might happen naturally. No guarantees. And again, we'll try for lots of gold. Okay, we're going to start in a room with a couple of cultists.
You're too late, fool.
And pretty much we want to do the same as we did last time. Well, we're going to try and do the same as we tried to do last time. They may end up rolling differently. So we wanted to move up and skewer through them. And we were using... it wasn't brute force. It was hook and chain. That's what we had. Yeah, so skewer and hook and chain will get us in next to them. Over here, we're going to go for reviving shock and enhancement field. And we want that, the mind's weakness, but we also want something that's going to move us in ready to do a spot of damage to them. Let's use Brain Leech to actually... In fact, no, we'll save Brain Leech for next step. Let's use Frigid Apparition to move in. I think that's fair enough. Okay, they're moving quick. Ow. Please come to here. Yeah, we can still get our skewer in. It's just it's not going to be a particularly big maneuver. Oh, see, now I'm torn. Now I'm torn because I really want this. So it's done. But getting a wound on them could be really, really cool. Get poison on him as well. And we can't really move to there, because if we do, it's going to stop us doing the skewer. So this is just going to be wasted. Oh, actually, we could hop over. Let's do that. On the plus side, we're actually going to get the aura from the Tinkerer on Orzat. Let's power potion this. Then again, maybe I spoke a little too soon. We'll get the 2 attacks. That's what we'll do. Alright, first room done. We know the next room has more cultists in, and potentially they're going to do some summoning. So let's say we're getting a decent move with that, and then hostile takeover will allow us to do some immobilizing. We'll actually do that the other way round, because I want you to really want you to get the volatile concoction off quickly. But that means we're going to be stuck without moving if we do that. So maybe we'll just use Crankbow to move. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could try and stun shot as well, I guess. And over here, Leaping Cleave isn't going to get us far enough. But it's the best we're going to be able to do. Let's eye for an eye on Leaping Cleave. We'll end up in the doorway. We're going to want to potentially come... No, we want to push on through. So eye for an eye isn't really going to help, but it's not going to hurt either. Nothing's really going to be in range. So do we want Crankbow for you, or have we got something that moves a little bit less? No, we want to get as far forwards as possible, really. I think that's right. Maybe not stun shot, though. We got anything that's equally awesome in terms of range? Actually, hook gun could be an interesting one if we were to get into the doorway, but let's try it. It's gonna be weird.
Moving on from the entrance chamber, you find a large central... The artifact is ours. The cultists...
Yeah, they are doing their thing. So what are these cultists going to do? They're going to summon living bones. Okay. So they're going to summon them pretty much right next to whatever they're doing. So let's get in so we don't have to move next turn. We'll try and get that immobilized going. So he'll be down to 3 health. Oh, actually, we can get further through. This could work. It's a shame about the retaliate, but it's not wasting anything, at least. But yeah, the living bones aren't going to do anything this turn. get in far and we could attack. If we use the boots to move round. So what I'm thinking is we go for this one or this one first, probably this one. And we eliminate the frost demon at range, and then we go after the wind demon, and we do a lot of stun locking, is what I'm thinking. Let's bring you all the way over here, mate. Okay, so time for some attackly goodness. If we use Brain Leech, we can attack, and then we can attack with something else like Perverse Edge. These don't have any negative conditions on them, so Perverse Edge is just general attack. Seems like a smart move. Over here, we'll use Restore. We use Toxic Bolt on something. Do we have anything that attacks on the bottom? No, but we can use Volatile Concoction as our second thing. So actually, let's Restorative Mist and we'll just stab this guy in the face. And over here, Spare Dagger will give us one attack. And Provoking Roar will allow us to disarm something. Or we could trample both of these, which I think is probably a better move. Culstis is going to go quite quickly. He's going to move, attack, and then potentially kill himself on death. So we are definitely going to kill you before you have a chance to do anything like that. And then give us an advantage. It's a solid hit. Really quite solid. Right, here go the cultists. I'm going to shield up a little bit, but we should be able to still do a lot of damage to them. Okay, so first things first, let's get the recovery going. That's going to be... pause that, actually, I think. You've already used Skewer, Hook and Chain, Leap and Cleave. No, let's do it on our Mind Thief. So we're going to get back Brain Leech and Frigid Apparition. All right. Use the battle axe. I mean, we could save the battle axe for later. We really could. So if we don't use the battle axe, and we just go for a regular attack, it's not really going to do much, is it? That being said, you will die next turn just because we're going to stab you quite well. So it's probably not needed. It would thin things down really early on, though. All right, let's maximize it. Huh. They're both injured, but obviously that didn't go according to plan. Let's carry on attacking. Man, that's unlucky. Okay, so we'll Brain Leech again on this guy, and then I think we'll have to try and get a ranged attack on someone. Yeah, we don't really have any ranged attacks. So maybe it'll be better for us to do this and try and get some damage on the elite. Over here, Provoking Roar will allow us to disarm this one. This guy is going to be disarmed, so he's not a problem. And we could get Warding Strength ready. Or we could brute force and just try and thin them out a little. Let's get Warding Strength on. I think that's a smart move. Now over here, I think we definitely want to start with the ranged attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to need something to move in a little bit as well. Yeah, we can use Flamethrower to move. Shielding and healing, of course they are. That's annoying. Try and do the 1 damage so he dies. Oh, look at that pierce. Okay. What are you doing? You're moving and attacking and healing yourself a little bit. Let's get in next to this guy. Gonna have to move closer before we do that. He's going to heal the poison, but at least we'll do some damage to him. In fact, yeah, let's do it on this guy. Oh, extra target. Let's do it on both of them. Okay, so neither of them will be poisoned because they're going to heal the poison, but that's not too bad. Yeah, that did nothing, mate. So, I'm going to stab you twice. That should be quite significant. We could stun this guy. And do reinvigorating elixir so that you get back all of your discarded cards. I like this. So actually, well, it doesn't make a difference which way around we do this. We're not going to go after the brute, but it's still going to be a significant drawback. So, number 1. Let's get that advantage. Goodbye, cultist. The other one's going to summon living bones. So it'd be good to kill him before he does that. Actually, no, let's do it. Let's do it on you. Even managed to do a spot of damage. I like that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's start moving towards the next target. In fact, let's go this way. When we go into this room, we want to do a lot of ranged stuff. You're going to be moving slow, but that's fine. You're going to be moving reasonably fast. And over here, let's get disarm and we could carry on moving towards 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Move forward, attack 1, target 2. That's not really that big of a deal. So he's disarmed. And yeah, we're not going to go all the way up. Although if we go to there, no, this guy's going to come all the way around anyway. It makes no difference. Except we can do an attack. So let's go this way. No, that's only moving 2. The downside of being too close to the enemies when using hook and chain. Alright. It's unexpected progress. Let's actually move up this way and we'll try and kill this guy. Hey, cool. He's disarmed. And we got our first bit of gold. Teeny bit of overkill, but that's all good. Okay, you need a long rest. That's fine. You need a long rest. That's fine. We can move you ever so slightly closer. So we don't want anything that's going to get any form of retaliation on us next time. So we're going to be looking to spare dagger attack. We do also want to be able to attack the altar. All right, let's do leap and cleave. We might do something cool with that. But with these guys resting, we might end up going 1, 2, 3, and then getting kind of stuck. It's a start. It is a start. Okay, we took it down to 3 damage. We're going to lose Submissive Affliction, I think. Actually, we'll lose Parasitic Influence. And over here, we'll lose. I mean, Ink Bomb's got attack 4, so it's still really useful. We'll lose Crank Bow. Okay. We would like to get some stun in. So Perverse Edge will allow us to stun him. And Hostile Takeover will allow us to keep doing damage on him. That's good. It's got a range of 3, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so as long as we just move in a short distance. Where's Restorative Mist? We can move into... Actually, we don't really need that healing just yet, do we? Let's get Stun Shot. And over here, we're actually going to ignore him because he'll be stunned. And we want to go 1, 2... We need to move like 3 if we can. We're not quite going to be able to. Fine. We might stab him. We might stab him. We'll see how it goes. Move 4 and attack many. Get him stunned, please. Can actually get like even further through, so that's going to be a big advantage for next turn. Let's do that. Just to make sure he dies. Just to make sure he dies, because otherwise it's going to be too much of a worry. Let's move in. And I don't think we're going to be... We might be able to... Ah, we can skewer it. Cool. The damage starts. Okay, in terms of quick movement, this moves 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that gets us right up next to it, and then Withering Claw will... No. Frigid Apparition will do a decent strike on it. It'll be an attack of 5. Hook Gun can attack it, and then we can start moving away with... No, we can use Volatile Concoction to give cards back. Yeah, I'm liking how this is going. And over here, we're going to Long Rest, but we're going to get something back at the end of the turn. Ah, actually, this has been timed badly. I should have done this the other way around. Really not the giant damage I was hoping for. Come down, get some gold. Rather than wasting that ability, may as well at least pick up some money. This is waning. We can't really do stun on it, so there's no point. It's gone. Love it. This is a lot more sensible than we've done in the past. Let's lose balance measure. So, over to this side next. Ink bomb 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. And let's waste flamethrower. Withering Claw will let us move 3. 1, 2, 3. And Submissive Affliction. Obviously, we're going to be resting once we get out of here. Hook and Chain will let us move 4. And Brute Force. No, we'll actually do Skewer at this point. So barrel on through. I'm going to come down here. Attack nowhere. And you're coming across as quickly as you can. We want to be able to stun lock in the other room, so really we don't want to be charging in just willy-nilly. If you move 2, you can get a little healing over here as well. And then if we use Net Shooter, you can disarm if we can get close to it. I seem to remember it was like here and the altar's there, so you need to move 1, 2, 3. You need to move 3. So Leaping Cleave will get you in, and Provoking Roar will do the disarm. Tiny bit of healing for what it's worth. Now, have I completely messed this up? No, I haven't. So it wants to move and attack and pull. I say, not today. You're going to do a long rest. It's not an ideal time for it, but it is what it is. Over here, Eye for an Eye, we could get the Retaliate on, or we could actually just trample our way through it. Yeah, let's Eye for an Eye and trample. So we're going to try and do damage to it. And we're reviving Shock and Enhancement Field. I think we'll just... How far can we move in? We can only move in 2, and then we can attack it, not the altar. That's fine. Ooh. It's gonna do some area of effect stuff. Well, let's get the healing on. Start hurting it and wounding it at least. step in. If we get lucky, like super lucky. Ah, now is not time to use the piercing bow. We need to use that on the other ones. The eagle eye goggles will refresh though. It's hurt, it's just it's not enough. Okay, you're going to take 4 damage, and yeah, you can take 7 damage because we've got time to heal up. So, ow. Very much ow. Long rest, we will lose submissive affliction, I think. Actually, no, we will lose hostile takeover. This is going to die no matter what, so we can ignore it now. Spare dagger and brute force. Over here we want to do a long rest. I'm tempted to start moving you down for the next ones, because we'll be able to take care of that. We're just not really going to be in much of a great place for fighting them without some form of pierce. One, 2, 3, and then next turn you can use a move 2. Yeah, that's fine. Right, let's do those. So spare dagger attack on this. Oh, that is disappointing. Shield up for what it's worth. It's not going to make a difference, but I'm not going to bother using the healing potion just yet. We'll keep it for when we desperately need it. Skip the ability. And here is the long rest. This gives us back some of our health. And we'll lose hook gun. Okay, Horzat. You're gonna do a long rest. I want to use enhancement field, but that means I've got to be in closer. So let's do flamethrower to move in an enhancement field. And over here, we're just going to move. So we'll use frigid apparition to move, and reverse edge to do something. Get some gold. Do nothing. So this gives us our 5th piece of gold. Starts damage on the altar. And over here we will lose... Let's lose brute force. We may as well use feedback loop to move over to the other side and then come back. Spare dagger gives us 1 attack. Skewer gives us a nice strong attack. Toxic Bolt gives us an attack, and Ink Bomb will give us move. Not ideal. Okay, that's good. We might be able to do it this turn. If not, we can do it next turn just before we leave. Okay, second altar is done. It's all coming together. Yeah, we're not really running that low on cards. It's just if we start taking foolish damage, that's when things are going to get nasty. So you're going to take a long rest. One, two, three. You know what? You can heal yourself with Restorative Mist, and then you can move in with Net Shooter. Once we move in there, we want to really start playing the stun game. Hook and Chain. That's going to get us out. And Eye for an Eye. Here come the boots. And over here, here's the long rest, and we're going to lose we'll lose Brain Leech. Okay, feedback loop 1, 2, 3, 4. That gets us a bit closer. And it's going to be after everything else has already happened. So we could decide to burn an Empathetic Assault for 1, 2, 3, 4. It might be in range, but there's no guarantee. I'll have it there as an option. Stun Shot is range 3. It's not... we've got our boots, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll be able to stun shot something, so let's do that. And then next turn we could do a short rest and stun shot something again. Over here, we've got to start getting in 1, 2, 3, Leaping Cleave and Provoking Roar, although it's going to do nothing. What are they doing? Move 3, attack 3, range 3. Okay. I mean, we could back out and let them come to us. Oh, the movement range is increased because of the altars. Well, I misjudged that slightly. That's still okay though, because this has worked out better for us. We'll get the disarm on. And an added model for good measure. We could start doing damage, or we could empathetic assault. But no, let's get poison on this. Oh, time 0. Well, it's gonna help. Okay, we got to move quick. So, perverse edge will allow us to stun the one behind. Frigid apparition will allow us to attack the one in front. We're going to short rest. Trample will let us possibly kill the one in front. Or we could skew us, maybe attack 4. I think trample's better. And eye for an eye. And over here, it's going to be a short rest. Enhancement field and reviving shock. Okay, they're moving and doing trapping things. So let's get you stunned. Ooh, so close. Ah, I would have thought that would be an attack ability. Okay, so enhance. Let's get some. Oh, we can't see both of them because of line of sight. Ah, that's a shame. In that case, let's not use these just yet. Did not feel really worth it, that. Yeah, we're just gonna have to get the stab on. That really didn't quite go according to plan. We don't need healing, so let's just move in. You can go for those two. We'll stun shot, so we'll restore it to mist and stun shot. So we can get in hopefully fast enough. Provoking roar will just make sure he's disarmed. Spare dagger to keep trying on the attack. Yeah, he's moving quite slowly. Okay, he's disarmed. I'm going to get out the way. Purposefully walk over this. Take the damage. Drink the healing potion. Because that frees the area up for the others to come in. If he's disarmed, we don't need to stun him, but... now we'll just do a regular attack. We might get lucky. Yes. Lucky in entirely the wrong way. It's a little bit more damage on him. You're going to have to do a long rest for your requirements. We'll go Toxic Bolt and Volatile Concoction. You're going to try and skewer and hook and chain. There's not going to be any wounds happening out of this. You can get Trample back and... yeah, Trample back. And we'll get Poison on here. Health. Now is the time to use that. Not brilliant, but it's a bit more damage. Ooh, we are getting unlucky with these. We don't really want to go anywhere. Let's step to here, because then at least we get a 1 attack. Ooh. Ah, not enough. That is really frustrating. We'll just burn Net Shooter. And over here, I think we'll lose Empathetic Assault. Okay, well the Mind Thief has pretty much got this. We'll do Perverse Edge and Withering Claw to try and move quickly. I think we want to do a long rest on the Tinkerer. It's going to be a short rest over here. Sure, we'll lose Provoking Roar. We'll get Eye for an Eye and Trample. Either we'll kill it with Trample and then we'll move across here, or we'll move across here and do it the other way. Depends on how lucky we get with this hit. That'll do. So step in, give it a clout. Ooh, big hit. That's what we need. In this long rest, we will lose Volatile Concoction. Okay, double whammy over here. Spare Dagger and Hook and Chain. And I think I want you to start moving across to the other side. Let's move with Restorative Mist and Toxic Bolt. Get some healing on yourself. We're still in this fight. There's probably going to be 2 in the last area if it follows the existing patterns. Actually, now is a good time to use those boots. Brute. It's at a disadvantage, but it'll be fine because we only need to do a little bit. He says, fine, you can just go get the gold on the way out. We'll leave it to the Mind Thief. That's what we wanted to see. Look at that. Alright, now we only have to kill the final... you're going to have to do a long rest. The final thing. So... We can burn an ink bomb as we get in. So just something to move us in. Maybe reviving shock to... No, enhancement field... No, reviving shock and ink bomb. And over here, it's going to be a short rest. No. Sure, we'll lose hook and chain. That's a shame. But we want to have 3 or fewer cards at the end. So we could actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with skewer. 7, 8 with our boots. No, we can't do that with the boots. But we can travel really far. That's what I'm thinking. If we needed to. There's eye for an eye and spare dagger to get over there. This might be a complete mistake. We can ink bomb that quite perfectly. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to have to get closer. And we're definitely going to want an advantage on this. That's a really solid ink bomb. What are these going to do? They're going to attack 3, range 4. Oh, you are so dead. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Still in it. Mind Thief, we need to move as fast as possible, so lose Perverse Edge at this point. So feedback loop get us 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too far away to do anything. So use Submissive Affliction to follow up on that. This is going to be enhancement field to try and just damage the end. I think we're going to have to just accept that we're going to take it on the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could, well, no, 6. 6 and then a trample, maybe. But then we're getting really low on our cards. What are you doing? Moving 1 and then attacking 2. Yeah, if I go to here, it might encourage him to move across and clear a space. We needed as much damage as possible there. I mean, this is 3 turns worth of movement for burning a card. But we could have that for, like, the final push. It's not an easy thing to judge. damage. Burn 2 discarded cards. Right, so we want Enhancement Field. We want Stun Shot Burn, Toxic Bolt, and Restorative Mist. Sure, we'll lose Stun Shot. I do a short rest. No, I want Spare Dagger. Sure. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to Skewer and Spare Dagger. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to try and dagger this. What a dramatic dash for the finish. Ah, got it. That should be it. Do we have to kill these guys as well? That's gonna suck if that's the case. Maybe we just got to last until the end of the round. Oh yeah, that'll be it. Alright, well, we may as well do what we can to these. One more gone. And he can't move because he didn't have a move. And we're victorious. We're victorious.
Demons vanish, and the protective barrier around the artifact finally dissipates. You approach the center of the temple and reach out for the vessel, but stop short. You feel a powerful darkness emanating from the thing, and behind that, a deep sadness. The artifact has been corrupted, and it seems to almost be cognizant of that fact. All of these feelings flash in your mind as a warning. It could be used for great evil, but would you fight for that evil or against it? After some effort, you use a thick cloth to get the vessel into your bag. Perhaps it would be best to bring it to an enchanter rather than mess with it yourself.
Sounds sensible. Look at that. Managed to succeed with our perk points as well, so we have an actual new perk as well. That went exceptionally well. So we've got the Plain of Night as a location, and the battlements. Oh, and 2 sets of battlements. And we actually made some progress towards various things. Okay, so a couple of things. Horzat, you have an available perk. What are we going to go for you? Add a stun option. That seems like a very smart thing. I also like the idea of the bulwark. But I think stunning mobs is possibly one of the most useful effects you can have, so we'll add that in. Thinking about it, if Pacify didn't like have the 2 of these, then Bludgeon would have just been the sensible choice right from the start, but it did. Let's do our level up. So, Dangerous Contraptions. Someone's a battle bot. Okay, it's kind of cute. Or microbots, which is fast moving and looting. It's not. Neither of those are really very interesting. the Tinkerer's Tools is possibly the most interesting of these. I'll get that for now. We're not going to put any of them into the deck though. I'm happy with what we have, and we get our level perk, of course. Putting on the +3 is a pretty nice idea. Also, if we start removing the -1s, it'll make these more likely to show up. Let's get the +3 this time, and then we'll start thinning out the -1s and make it a more consistent deck overall. But that went really well for us. We're going to have to finish there. We are out of time. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Gloomhaven. See you soon.